there wasn't pain, it wouldn't be worth it. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Today is my birthday, and it feels like an adventure already. We are here, day 34? Day 35. Day 35. Do, 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 do. What's that song called? Oh, shoot. Hold on 1 second. I gotta put my charger on. There's a song that I'm thinking of. What song is it? What's that song called? Morning, Nima. Good morning. Good morning, Daoud. Good morning, Liz. Thanks for the wishes. Let's see here. What's that song? Oh gosh, that's gonna make me mad. 1 second, I'll be right back. I wanna be what you like. Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Let's do it. You guys ready to go? You guys ready to go? Can you turn the light up a little bit for me, please? Thank you so much. Here to the production team. Oh, yeah. Hey. Actually, can you bring it down a little bit? Nice. Bring it down a little bit, please. Thank you. Alrighty. Let's get started here. Think it's their birthday or something. Oh, man. Tell ya. You know something that I thanks, JR. Thank you, brother. Thank you, thank you. It's been a great week. It's gonna be a great life. Upward and onward. No, thank you. I acknowledge you. I see you. Thank you. Don't let nobody dim your light. That's something that I've been thinking about lately, actually. See, people don't. Nope. When you're a little bit different, the way that you tend to do things is you talk about things, right? So you're always building on yourself. So sometimes you can come off being misunderstood because when you're not in front of other people, you're always thinking and channeling ideas, right? About how you could be a better person. And you analyze situations where you had certain outcomes. And then you change your ideology. You have outward, conversation with yourself. I personally, I talk to myself out loud, whether I'm in the car, if there's something bothering me, I talk about it out loud to myself. So I get it out of my head and I release the energy into the universe or into space so that it leaves me, right? Good or bad, doesn't matter. I talk about it to myself. And sometimes when you're in motion and you're around people and you're talking it out, even with them, they don't really realize that you're not talking to them to tell them about the story necessarily. You're telling, or to get a congratulations or a thank you or oh my gosh, it's so awesome. You're not doing it for that reason. You're doing it because you're actually you've consciously have thought about a situation or you've worked through a situation. So for you to make mention to it is not for a pat on the back. It's for simply, just it's just for working. It's simply just for working and walking through the problem or the success or whatever it is. But some people just they don't get that, and so their minds go to a place of, um, that person's just saying that, or that person is making mention to, and it's just like it's just interesting to me. But you know what? Who cares? I classify, almost categorize. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Pause. The one thing in life that I don't want is to be misunderstood. However, people who don't give you the opportunity to grow, those are people. Those are people who don't give you the opportunity to grow or don't give you the space, the non-judgmental space. They put you on expectations, but then themselves don't meet expectations. I personally don't feel that when the journey has been reached, those will be the people that you look back. Those will be the people that you look back on and you say, "I told you so. I told you so." And I'll leave it just like that. Don't doubt the believer ever. Alrighty. So fantastic. Hey mom, good morning. Love ya. I love you. Okay, so we've gotten to the first half of the book, and pretty much what we've went over in the last week and a half, I would say, since I picked this book up, is we learned the vast majority of actively managed mutual funds overcharge for underperformance, which is why you're so much better off with inexpensive index funds, which are pretty much a grouping of stocks that all perform together that you make your money on, that you can hold for many years. You've learned that excessive fees have a devastating effect like termites, eating away at the foundations of your financial future. And you've learned how to find an independent advisor who truly deserves and will richly repay your trust. So over the last couple of weeks, we've been kind of defining like the way of how to find the type of financial broker that is going to help you with growing your portfolio rather than taking out minor fees here and there, because over the lifetime of your investment, you're going to lose so much money. So finding someone who is going to take, less than, 1% a year, and really look out for your best interests is what we want to look for. In this book, Unshakable by Tony Robbins, on page 90, it tells you, it gives you a filter list of questions. There's 7 of them. And it tells you when you ask an advisor all of these questions and you go through this list, then you can figure out whether or not they're operating in your best interest based off of how they respond to these questions. And then he gives you examples, and then he tells you if you should run for your life or if you should sit and have the meeting. GetASecondOpinion.com was one of the good brokers or advisors out there that are available. Tony Robbins is on the psychological investor, the investor psychological board or director. And he GetASecondOpinion.com. He suggests that if you have $100,000 in assets, then it's a good place to go because they're not going to charge you hidden or excessive fees. And they're not going to put your money into accounts that don't operate or perform in your best interest. Other than that, we're getting ready to get into the playbook next. And the playbook is pretty much going to teach us how to get into the game. So as we start reading through this, we'll start dropping bombs and dimes on pretty much like how to design our playbook, where we should go, how to silence our inner voice when that fear creeps into us to tell us to back out of a product or what have you. I'm going to make an investment into, I guess it's like a stock kind here, probably in the next week. And we can follow it actually together if you like. And I can tell you how it's performing for me. I'll take all the risk and just kind of show you guys that I think this one thing in particular is going to be really big, like really, really big. And so when I invest in it and I see how it's growing in my account and I start tracking it, then maybe you can start doing it too. I know my brother, he's in it, and I think he started with like $350 or $400 or something. And like a year later, he's at 3,600. So imagine if you were to start like at 5,000 or 10,000, right? So you don't need an obscene amount of money. And it's never too late to get into the market. Tony Robbins actually talks about that. Don't wait. Don't be that person who says, oh, I'm going to wait for the right opportunity. Well, the longer you wait, historically and numerically, the trends always seem to go up. So the longer you wait on something, whether it's buying a house or getting into a stock, you might strike at the perfect opportunity, but you have to make the perfect opportunity as always. Don't wait, sit around. Oh, I'm waiting for the market to crash. You can wait all you want, but to buy and be able to hold your own is such a more powerful thing. And then catching the market while it's in its downturn is just more of a beautiful thing, more of like a cherry on the top, I guess you could say. So Yeah, don't let anybody dim your light at all. Know who you are and love the hell out of yourself, and understand that, not everybody's going to be rocking with you. I was at a seminar yesterday. Edwin Dearborn, he came through, and I'm in real estate, right? You know the turnover in real estate is? The turnover in real estate for agents according to the National Association of Realtors, is 87% in 5 years. I thought it was 87%, and I think it very well may be, to be verified. In the first year, agents quit and they don't sell the deal. Okay. I've been in real estate for 3 years and 6 months, and I have no reason to get out. And not including my 2 years of finance, right? So I say 5 years and 6 months total. But the attrition rate, or the dropout rate, for real estate agents in 5 years is 87%. That's a really, really high number. But you know what I like about Edwin? And I'm going to post a picture with him later on today, as a matter of fact. The thing I really liked about Edwin was he was real. And he said, it's not the market. It's not your resources. It's not the fact that you don't have a network. It's not the fact that you're not connected. It's not the fact that you're not attractive. It's not a fact, none of this stuff. Right? And I'm summarizing here. He says, none of that stuff. He said, it's because of you. You're the reason why you're not getting any deals. You're the reason why you're not helping any clients. You're the reason why you don't have any database. You're the reason why you don't know how to market. It's all within you. And when he said that, I smiled so hard, because I was just like, that's exactly right. If you're not producing, or you're not living the life that you want to live, it's because of you. Like straight up, as forward and bold as that is, you have to look within yourself, and you have to dig deep to create the life that you want. If you're not the one who's up early in the morning, and I'm talking about out of this setting, forget this setting, right? Altogether. If you're not up early in the morning grinding, if you're not up at the office every single day, from 9 to 5, making this your job, making cold calls, tracking your progress, tracking your contacts, calculating percentages, looking at properties, thousands of properties, not hundreds, thousands of properties, writing up purchase and sell agreements, creating pseudo scenarios for yourself, defining what your perfect client looks like, defining who you are as a person, defining what your personal life looks like, defining your goals, defining how much money you want to make per deal, defining how much money you want to make per month, defining how much money you want to make per year, defining how much money you want to make in 5 years, 10 years, what you want your asset portfolio to look like. If you're not doing all of these things, like, you can't blame anybody else for not being successful, period. And when people look at me and they're like, oh, well, hey, I've been putting in the work, but I'm not getting any results. Well, in my opinion, that's hugely a mindset. Let me not even reserve in that degree. That's hugely a mindset. And the concept I always introduce, because I see agents flop all the time. Like, they get in the industry, they think it's going to be easy. And then what? They get smacked in the face and they're like, oh, wow, whoa, this is really hard. I can't figure out how to do this. I can't figure out how to do that. It's like, because you really haven't tried. You really haven't tried. And I know I'm kind of going off right now, but it's just been a compilation, a fusion of people who just don't understand. They don't understand. When they look at you at times, I feel like when they look at you, and it seems as if they don't understand like how the processes work in your head. But then when they look at their own production, they try to compare themselves to you. They're like, oh, well, how come I'm not successful? But then they doubt the same thing that makes them feel uncomfortable. It's like, it's totally just awkward to me, and or just very interesting, to say the least. And so I liked Edwin, Dearborn's talk, because he was just like, go look in the mirror. If you have a problem with your life right now, just go look in the mirror. And a lot of people say this, but it was a gentle reminder. Go look in the mirror, and he just brought up some really cool concepts that were just amazing. And I agree 100%, like, this isn't luck. Life doesn't happen by chance. Like, things happen in your life, but you have to recognize opportunity. When you know what you want, and that thing shows up, boom, you already know, because you're like, oh, well, I have it in my journal. I read it. I've been reading it for like the last month, for the last 20 days. I have it on my vision board. Oh, I want to achieve these things. So when an opportunity comes that could potentially lead you to to any one of these things that you've already outlined for yourself in your life, then boom, you get introduced to this opportunity and you execute on it, and then your reality becomes that of such one that you've recognized and that you executed on to make your reality. So it's like, take responsibility, and don't ever dim your light. They say the graveyard is one of the richest places on earth. And the reason why is because people die with their dreams inside of them. They die with their ambitions inside of them. They die with fear inside of them. They die with regret. They didn't live the life that they wanted to live. Be fearless. Be bold. Who cares about what this person thinks? Who cares about what this person thinks? Live your life to the maximum capacity that you can and redefine it every single day in an upward trend, just like a stock or just like an investment. And I guarantee you'll see great results. All right, so my writing is gonna be a little bit short. Today, I'm full. I'm fired up. My mind's ready. My mind's going. I hope everyone out there has a fantastic. Hey, cuz. Good morning. Everybody out there has a fantastic day today. Today is my birthday. This is my birthday week. Special edition. I think not. Just a really good day. Like every day, of course. I want to give a shout out to my mom. To my mama. Thank you so much for bringing me into this world. And thank you for giving me all the elements of love and appreciation, and balance. I love you so much. And my dad out there, thank you so much for always being a strong supporting element in my life, and for meeting mom and making that thing happen in Germany 28 years ago. So, or 29 years ago. So I thank you. I love you both so much. And I appreciate you both so much. I just can't wait to retire you guys one day. So I love you guys, and I'll talk to you tomorrow, 5 a.m. Have a good day. Go work out.